Greetings once again, all you superheroes out there. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with Dragon Ball Super. We've continued on with our adaptation of Dragon Ball Super Superhero, which has had its ups and its downs. I was actually really engaged with it when there were things unseen sprinkled in, like the investigation by Krillin into Dr. Hedo and his association with the Red Ribbon Army. But last chapter was just a straight adaptation. And now, while I don't hate that at all, it's fun to revisit the events of the movie, and having things adapted actually helped to solidify that this is canon to the overall story. It is a bit of a bummer, because I do like the twists and turns. So now the question remains, after Piccolo has infiltrated the Red Ribbon Army, gotten himself, has he gotten the power up? He fought with Gamma 2. No, he hasn't gone to Dende yet. So Piccolo has decided he's going to go to Dende since he's not able to get in contact with Goku and Vegeta, who are training on Beerus's planet, and we've seen Goku going up against Broly, which is what we see on the first page of this chapter. So what twists and turns will we hopefully see in this chapter? Join me as I find out, won't you? Dragon Ball Super, Chapter 93. Almost Chapter 100. Pretty cool. Operation Kidnap. And we see Goku and Broly sparring. And narration, this is Broly, one of the few surviving Saiyans and one with incredible latent potential. Oh, we're even having a bit of an update to Dragon Ball Super Broly. Yeah, because it was only like a one-page spread previously. See, this kind of feels like how most things should be in the manga. These couple-page summaries of what happened in the movie. So we have the narration. Envious of young Broly's power, King Vegeta had him exiled to remote border planetoid. King Vegeta says, send him to planetoid Vampa. And the Saiyan scientists say, yes, sir. Yes, sire. The narration says, for 41 years, he and his father eked out meager lives, with Paragus saying, mark my words, King Vegeta, I'll have my revenge. And then the narration says, one day, Lemo and Chilai of Frieza's army found them by chance. And a shocked Lemo and Chilai, with Lemo saying, no way, are you two really Saiyans? And old man Paragus says, at long last we're saved. It's been an eternity. No, we had the narration, it's been 41 years. And we see Frieza's ship heading towards Earth. Having joined with Frieza, the two Saiyans headed for Earth. You know, we never actually see those soldiers they brought with them during the movie do anything, you know? Life on Earth had been peaceful for a time, but just after the Tournament of Power, Goku and Vegeta found themselves battling Broly, who initially struggled against them. Yeah, they were like, get on our level, scrub, and he did. Yeah, you have Broly getting beaten down and Paragus saying, we're in trouble. He'll snap and go berserk if they push him any further. And Frieza just like snaps his head saying, that sounds like a power-up. Let's test your theory. Immediately shoots him. I love that moment. Frieza just turns to Broly saying, look, Broly, your dear father was struck and killed by a stray blast. I love Frieza. And Broly looks and he freaks out and he powers up and he just starts kicking Goku and Vegeta's asses. Surely enough, the death of Broly's father triggered a rampage, granting the Saiyan power that eclipsed Goku and Vegeta's own strength. However, by fusing into Gogeta, the pair managed to overcome even Broly's awesome might. Broly, along with Lemo and Chilai, left Frieza's army and escaped back to the planetoid Broly had come to call home. And you see Broly's just back to business as usual, while Lemo is just like, because he's going to town on that bug leg. And now we pick up on planet Beerus? I wish we actually had a regular name for this planet, where Broly is starting to freak out. And Goku says, hey, hold on, slow down, man. And Broly manages to snap out of it. Goku tells him, you were about to go nuts again, weren't you? Like I keep saying, you gotta keep that side of you in check. Broly says, sorry, I couldn't help it. Goku turns to Vegeta, who's meditating, saying, any words of wisdom, Vegeta? Goku says, you want to help out? You'll get rusty sitting there forever. Vegeta tells him, silence. Don't disturb me. And I like the change in Goku's line here, because a lot of people got up in arms when Goku kind of dismissed Vegeta meditating. And it's like, but Goku, you've done meditation training. But Goku says it here, training through meditation? You of all people? That's new. See, that sounds a lot more like something Goku would tell Vegeta. It's just like, you don't normally do meditation training. Vegeta says, Jiren, Broly, Moro, Gas, and now even Frieza. I was shown to be inferior to all these foes of ours in recent years. What did they have that I lack? Goku says, it just means you gotta train your body more, right? Vegeta tells him, incorrect. Our physical bodies have long since been honed to their limit. In that respect, our training already made us on par with those opponents. See, I like that. I like the explanation here a little bit better how they phrase it. Like, we pushed our bodies to their physical limit. It's the power within, our minds, our ki, our energy. That's what we have to hone. Goku says, wait, really? Come on, Goku. Vegeta says, the key difference lies in how we wield our power. There's still so much excess. Too much wasted energy when we fight. To command 100% of our power, we must focus our bodies and spirits to relax outside of the moments when we attack. Goku questions, relax? Vegeta says attacking in a relaxed state keeps the enemy from reading one's moves. Doing so allows for instantaneous explosive power and will preserve our stamina. Goku actually starts trying to think about it. And Vegeta says, our foes are capable of that. I am not. So this phase of my training must take place in my own mind. Oh, Vegeta, shoot. The way Vegeta talks about it is almost like he's reached a state of enlightenment. I don't know. I kind of like how they talk about that. And in comes Whis clapping, going, fabulous, Vegeta, I must say, to reach such a conclusion on your own. He then eyes Goku, saying, focusing solely on officially beefing up one's muscles does not amount to proper training on its own. Like, he's pointing to Goku while saying that. Vegeta smiles triumphant. He's like, yes, praise me more. Goku says, hey, easier said than done. While Whis tells him, your Eureka moment is yet to come, Goku. Oh, I know. How about a match between you three boys to test those theories? Vegeta is shocked, saying, 3? Broly included? Surely you jest. And Goku's on board, saying, he's gotten better, I admit, but you still gotta watch out for this guy. If he snaps, say bye-bye to this planet. And Broly kind of goes, like, I'm not that bad, am I? He's like, no, you kind of are. Whis says, fair point. Just you and Vegeta then. Broly, you will sit back and observe a battle where neither party is permitted to rage out of control. Broly nods, saying, okay, sure. Enter Beerus, yawning, going, ugh, Whis, how long was I napping for? Whis says, good morning. In terms of Earth time, you were asleep for about 4 months. Oh, geez, 4 months. Then again, 4 months. If you skip over Superhero, from Superhero to the heater stuff, he was asleep. Was he awake for the Moro stuff? I can't remember. So yeah, I guess that adds up. Beer says, geez, I barely slept at all. Not with all this racket. And that tasty aroma. Suddenly something catches Beerus' attention, and that something is Broly, saying, hang on, I know you. Whis says, that would be Broly. Beerus freaks out, Broly? What's he doing at my place? He's gonna wreck the joint. Your name lies in infamy with the god of destruction. I kinda love that. Goku says, well, Frieza can't show up here, right? We grabbed him from his home planet and for peace of mind and safety's sake. Beerus gets angry, saying, did I say you could bring house guests? This ain't a hotel. But he's shut up by a wafting aroma as Lemmo enters the scene with food. Beerus looks at him apprehensively, saying, who are you? Lemmo says, Lemmo, sir, a former member of Frieza's army. I really appreciate the hospitality. Ooh, oh god. Okay, it didn't look that good in the movie. Because, oh god. Look, I'm a sucker for shrimp. That looks delicious. Holy crap. Oh. I just ate, now I'm hungry. Bierce, understandably, sees the food that Lemo has, does a deep gulp, says that explains the smell. Come here. Lemo goes over, saying, Sir? Bierce takes a ladle full of deliciousness, gulps it down a little bit, is shocked, gulps it down even more, going, dang, that's tasty. What was your job when you toiled on the freezer? Lemo says, chore's an odd job, sir. Sometimes kitchen duty. Bierce says, fantastic, you can stick around. Of course. Enter Chilai, holding a massive bag, saying, what a letdown, barely any valuables to be found on this rock. Which catches Bierce's attention, and Lemo says, Chilai, shush! Chilai looks past her massive haul and sees the occupants of said planet that she looted. She freaks out, turns around, and goes, don't mind me, just tidying up. Bierce stops her, saying, and who's this? Chilai sheepishly says, the name's Chilai, sir, and you're the god of destruction, Bierce. Lord Bierce. Bierce says, that's right. Chilai turns and says, the most feared entity in the whole universe. And then we get a glamour shot of Chilai. And Bierce, for the first time ever, drops the food. Noted, he drops it into the pan because Lemo, on point, is just like, oh, don't waste food. And Bierce looks at Chilai and then blushes and says, cutie. It shocks Chilai, and Bierce says, stay as long as you like. And then he gives her a smile like, huh. Chilai kind of questions what's going on here. Goku goes, what's going on here? Whis, understanding, says, Lord Bierce has a type, and his tastes are shockingly basic. Bruh, man. Look, man, you might want to call Chilai basic, but I remember when she was first introduced. That little pull on her uniform, the amount of people who were just drooling over that, like, bruh. It also kind of helps to note why Bierce seems to have taken a shine to Bulma to a certain degree, because, I mean, Bulma's looks kind of look like Chilai to a certain degree, at least recently. But Whis interrupts this clapping, saying, anyhow, all distractions aside, let's get this match going. Last man standing wins. No transformations, no Kamehameha or other such ranged attack. Are we ready? And Goku's belly starts rumbling, and he says, sorry, maybe we could eat first? I'm starving. Whis says, goodness, Saiyans are such characters. With Bierce promptly going back to eating. I do love the moments on Bierce's planet. Meanwhile, on Earth, up on the lookout, Piccolo has arrived, still in his Red Ribbon Army uniform. He calls out to Dende, who comes running up, with Piccolo saying, do you know what's going on? Dende says, I do. I've been watching from up here. Piccolo says, well, I need a favor. Dende questions, how can I help? Piccolo, having Nail's memory, says, I heard that back on planet Namek, the Great Elder drew out Krillin and Gohan's latent potential. Wait, you heard? You should have Nail's memories, dude. You should have seen. Or, wait, was Nail not there for that? Huh. Dende notes, yes, I was there to witness it. Piccolo sits down, saying, I need you to do that for me. Dende questions, what? You want me to? Piccolo says, that's right. I'm guessing you can. You're the same type of Namekian as the Great Elder. Dende notes, unfortunately, I won't be capable of that until I'm older. Piccolo is shocked, saying, are you serious? But Dende notes, but hey, why don't we use the Dragon Balls? Piccolo questions, the Dragon Balls? Dende notes, just wish for the Red Ribbon Army to go poof and vanish. Piccolo thinks about this, and Dende questions, that wouldn't sit well with you and your pride, huh? You could always ask Shenron to draw out your latent potential the way the Great Elder could. I mean, it is a bit of a no. It's just like, but I don't want to deal with it that way, though, even though it would be easier. Save you a lot of grief. Piccolo gets up hearing this, saying, really? Can Shenron do that for me? Dende says, after his upgrade, I think so. Piccolo thinks, saying, do I have time to gather them, though? And Dende tells him, I believe Bulma already has all 7 in hand. We see a flashback of Bulma basically commanding Pilaf to help her find Dragon Balls, which, look, I don't care what anyone says, Pilaf's fate being subservient to Bulma is hilarious to me as someone who has watched Dragon Ball. The irony of where Pilaf and Bulma started to where they are now, I live for it. Because I will always remember Pilaf taking Bulma hostage, and now Bulma commanding the Pilaf gang, like, mwah. I'm sorry, I love it. Dende notes, she's been using her ample resources to collect them for years now. She gathers them up and makes what one might call frivolous wishes so that no one else can use them for evil. Piccolo says, it's our lucky day then. He... Still holding his phone weird. I do love the way he holds his phone though. Just all like, like, come on, man. He calls up Bulma saying, Bulma, it's me again. Bulma says, I hear you loud and clear. What now? Piccolo asks, do you happen to have the Dragon Balls on site? Bulma says, sure do. In fact, I've got the whole set. Piccolo says, great. I'm sure you went to a lot of trouble finding them, but do you mind letting me use them? Bulma says, what? It's important. No doubt your wishes are trivial anyway. Bulma says, excuse you. There's nothing trivial about them. But fine, if it matters that much to you. Also, I found that comms device, but Whis isn't picking up. Piccolo says, I wonder what's got him so preoccupied. But never mind that, I'm headed your way now. I'll meet you in your garden. Mama says, you got it. I loved the scene in the movie when Piccolo jumped off the lookout. It was super cinematic. But as Piccolo passes by Korin's tower, Yajirobe calls out, you forgot this, Piccolo, and tosses the red ribbon army helmet. Piccolo grabs it, says thanks, and flies off as Yajirobe waves him away. Meanwhile, back on Beerus's planet, we see Whis' staff just off to the side. I have to wonder if Whis maybe knew that it's just like, they've got it. It's not that big of a deal. I really do have to wonder, though. So as everyone's essentially sitting at the dinner table eating, Beerus goes, yum, that other dish was scrumptious, but you outdid yourself with this one, Lemo. Lemo rolls up with more food saying, that earlier stew was a meal for the oracle fish. Beerus takes a moment saying, you fed me fish food? I mean, dude, for fish food, that would look delicious. I want the oracle fish's food. You have the oracle fish in the background. Nom nom noi. And Goku says, fish food or not, taste buds don't lie. As he and Vegeta are just scarfing down Lemo's food. Goku then calls out to the oracle fish, you want to share some with us, oracle fish? And the oracle fish turns away going, nope, mine. I know that's right. Beerus gets up saying, consider me a fan. Lemo's our new head chef. Whis, you're fired. Whis goes, oh no, how will I ever go on living? And now with everyone's bellies adequately full, and with a bit of a pre-fight stretch, Goku and Vegeta ready themselves for the big showdown. Naturally, Vegeta takes the high ground up on the tree, because no matter what, Vegeta will always look down on his opponents. Whis calls out, Hajime, please begin, and Goku goes flying in. I do love the bit of style Vegeta goes at it at first, easily dodging Goku's first strike, but then putting a little bit more effort to dodge the next, then finally blocking the punch, and then they start going all in. Vegeta goes in for a strike, Goku dodges, then he goes in for a flying kick, Vegeta teleports away, and Goku splits the massive tree right down the center, like, bruh, that was the most aesthetically best part of this place. Or is this just a random tree? I don't know. As Goku's distracted, Vegeta goes flying in. Goku sees him and leans back with a reverse kick, which Vegeta blocks, flips backward, and stands his ground on the floor. Goku goes in for another attack, goes in with a flying kick. Vegeta grabs it, starts spinning Goku around and then tosses him. Goku manages to regain his footing, jumping off of several stumps, rebounding off another one, as he and Vegeta go back in on each other. it's some very nice choreography. You have Beerus and Chilai watching. Beerus notes Vegeta's moves have changed ever so slightly, as Vegeta manages to get Goku with a double missile drop kick, sending Goku flying into a nearby tree, with Whis noting the fruits of his training, perhaps? Beerus notes, bleh, this could take a while. As they continue fighting, Whis asks, how about some dessert in the meantime? Beerus questions such as, and Whis says, perhaps some ice cream. Vegeta brought us quite a bit. And Lemmo says, let me go grab that. Beerus turns shocked, and Chilai sheepishly says, I mean, may I go fetch some? And Beerus, oddly enough, says, sure, I'll lend you a hand. With Whis being shocked at the idea of Beerus actually being helpful to anyone. With Whis going, oh my. But Broly continues watching Goku and Vegeta's fight intensely. Meanwhile, in the kitchen, Lemmo's scrubbing dishes. Beerus and Chilai are looking through the freezer. As Beerus goes, ice cream, here we go. And as he brings up a whole bunch, Beerus says, hey Lemmo. Lemmo says, yes, sir. Beerus tells him, dishwashing can wait. Come join us for ice cream. And Lemmo says, really? Thank you. Like, again, I love that moment because it's like the most kindest thing that Beerus has ever done. And it doesn't feel like he was prompted to. It doesn't feel like he was doing it for Chilai. It's like, no, actually being nice. Meanwhile, Goku and Vegeta are still going at it, grappling over the water, causing a massive cyclone in it. I don't remember that in the movie. While everyone else is watching and, well, in Chilai, Beerus, and Whis' case eating, Beerus is enjoying his big old tub of ice cream, and he says, get over here and dig in, Broly. But Broly's too enraptured by the fight, with Beerus getting a little pissy, saying he's not very social, huh? While Goku and Vegeta continue to grapple, Vegeta manages to get the upper hand, grabs Goku's wrists, and tosses him into the water. As a massive wave comes from Goku's impact, Beerus summons a shield over him, Whis, Lemmo, and Chilai. But not Broly. Broly gets all the water up in the face. I do love Broly's smile, though. Like, he's really getting into it. Although, as Beerus dissipates the bubble, Whis goes, how thoughtful of you, Lord Beerus. Protecting someone in particular, perhaps? Beerus, knowing what he's talking about, says, quit your yapping and eat your food. With Chilai being none the wiser. Man, what a cute girl will do to change a man. Meanwhile, back at Earth and Capsule Corp, Piccolo goes, Shenron, come forth, grant me this wish. And Shenron is summoned, going, state your desire, and I shall grant. Oh, Master Piccolo. I love that. Just something about when Shenron breaks character. It just makes me think of DBZ Abridged sometimes when Shenron would just get pissy. Like, oh, Master Piccolo. How you doing, bud? Piccolo says, hi, Shenron. Can you draw my latent potential to the limit just like the Great Elder used to? See, I'm starting to think that drawing out someone's limit is just the limit of them presently. Piccolo could still train some more, and then he'll have a bigger limit further down the line. At least that's what I believe. I don't know. It gets harder and harder to tell what someone's limit is, where we're at in the story. But Shenron goes, yes, of course, thanks to my upgrade. Is that your first wish? Piccolo says, it is. Make it so. And Shenron grants the wish. Piccolo gets all that aura up in his jimneys, and Piccolo goes, wow, I never knew I held such power. And Shenron goes, I threw in a bit extra. It's just like, hey. I'm not gonna lie, I would have loved it if they just point to each other like, hey, Shenron with the hookup. Shenron then says, now state your second wish. I do love the smile Piccolo gives to Shenron. Piccolo goes, that's all from me. Bulma then says, really? That's all you needed? So I could use the other two wishes? Piccolo says, knock yourself out. And Bulma says, can you give my booty a minor lift like a girl half my age? Piccolo turns like, oh. And Shenron says, a simple matter. There, it is done. I think I loved the line he had in the dub of the movie where he's just like, your buns are now firmer. Almost like what? In her late 40s at this point? So, an understandable enough wish. Mama then says, and for my third wish, how about you get rid of these crow's feet, but make sure it looks natural. Then Piccolo says, hey, wait just a minute. Momo says, why? And Piccolo says, why not something that matters more? And Momo says, well, excuse me for living. And then she goes, actually, make my eyelashes 2 millimeters longer, could you? Come on. And Shenron goes, very well, it is done. Momo says thanks. And then Shenron goes, farewell, Master Piccolo. And the Dragon Ball scatter. Piccolo, being mighty judgy, says, are all your wishes like those? Momo goes, you got a problem? Piccolo simply says, nope, you do you. And then Bulma realizes, oh no, crap. Piccolo asks, what now? Bulma says, we should have wished to summon Vegeta and Goku back here. Piccolo also realizes that, goes, you just had to get a butt lift instead. Bulma says, what was that? You didn't think of it either. And Piccolo says, I'd better infiltrate again and figure something out. And he flies off. Finally! A scene not from the movie. We see Trunks noticing Piccolo flying off. Oh, and I guess he calls up Goten saying, yo, Goten, Piccolo was just at my place, and I got a feeling something big is going down. Goten says, yeah? You mean it? Trunks tells him, get your butt over here, dude. And Goten goes, but I'm grounded. My mom won't let me go anywhere but school. Grounded? Why is he grounded? Is it because of what happened Wait, no, it's been months since then. How did you get grounded? Trunks says, just say we're gonna have a study session or whatever. Goten says, okay, I'll make it work. Trunks says, cool, see you soon. And don't forget your transformation watch. Aw, yeah. Wait, but they don't use it in the movie. Geez, moments like that are the kind of stuff I was waiting for. We pick up at the Red Ribbon Army base. As Carmen says, next, how about we go after Son Goku or Vegeta? Or that Vegeta fella. Oh no, that's Magenta saying that. Carmen says, I'm afraid our spies haven't managed to locate them. Carmine is pissy as Piccolo manages to infiltrate back in. While Magenta says, I really want to take out one of those head honchos before they start plotting against us. Meanwhile, soldier number 79 says to Piccolo, where were you? Piccolo says, restroom, stomach problems. 79 tells him, oh, feeling sick? You are looking a bit green. And Piccolo realizes, oh crap, my visor's down. Puts it down saying, no, I'm okay. 79 tells him, well, speak up before you crap your pants, okay? I know that's right. Piccolo says, yes sir. Carmen then goes, why not target Son Gohan next? He's Son Goku's son. I swear to God. That phrasing, he's Son Goku's son. Piccolo is shocked to hear this as Carmen pulls up a picture of Goku. And he's so disheveled. Oh god. Carmen says, the man poses as a simple biologist these days. But years ago, our spy cameras filmed him killing Cell. Even as a child, he was a force to be reckoned with. Man, put some respect on Gohan's name. Hell yeah. Carmen adds, he may grow into a powerful threat if left unchecked, so we should strike now. Magenta goes, I hear you, but I don't want the world catching onto our operation until Cellmax is ready to rumble, so we can't be causing a ruckus on the city street. Carmen says that presents a problem. Gohan rarely leaves his hideout. Magenta says, why not have him fight right here on our home turf? Carmen questions, here, sir. Magenta adds, this Son Gohan mook has a little girl. Piccolo is shocked at what they're suggesting, as Magenta goes, so we kidnap the brat and use it to lure Gohan here alone. Carmine goes, I see, sir. Although Hedo says, enemy or not, kidnapping a child is reprehensible. Magenta tells him, when I want a scientist's opinion, I'll ask for it. Capiche? I love that that's Chris Martinet, the voice of Mario in the movie. Charles Martinet. It was such good voice acting. He had that deep mafia boss accent, you know? Magenta then says, hey, soldier number 3. Number 3 steps forward going, yes sir. Magenta tells him, pick 2 of your guys to nab Son Gohan's girl and bring her here. Number 3 says, yes sir. And says, you up for this, number 15? Number 15, the big beefy dude says, sure thing. Piccolo raises his hand saying, can I join the mission too? Number 3 tells him, pipe down, rookie. Don't speak out of turn. Piccolo salutes going, I happen to live near son Gohan, so I've seen his daughter before. Number 3 questions, you've laid eyes on the target? That's odd. How are you sure it was her you saw? Piccolo goes, well, she's also the granddaughter of Hercule. Everyone knows him. Number 3 says, makes sense to me, but a fresh recruit like you isn't cut out for a mission of this caliber. Man, number 3, you're kind of an ass. But Magenta tells him, nah, if he can recognize the girl's mug, then he's the man for the job. Number 3 goes, yes sir, understood. And Hedo, he seems to be thinking. So as Piccolo flies off with number 15 in the hovercraft, Piccolo thinks, this could be the perfect chance to snap Gohan out of his slump. While number 15 asks Piccolo, not much for conversation, are you? You nervous? Piccolo goes, I guess so. How is the kidnapping going to work? Number 15 tells him, the school should be over for the day pretty soon. Her mom or whoever's going to show up to get the girl, we wait for the right moment, and bam! We nab them both. Piccolo is shocked to hear that. Number 15 then goes, you, hanging in there? Piccolo goes, huh? I do love I love the dialogue in the superhero movie. Number 15 says, I heard from number 79 about your tummy troubles. Just love the casual conversation of it. It's so good. Piccolo goes, oh, right, that. Number 15 says, we're nearly there, so don't have an accident in the vehicle, okay? Piccolo goes, okay. I don't know. I just love that. I loved that. Not as much variety as I would have hoped, but it's a good read. If you haven't watched the movie, which I don't know why you wouldn't, it is a really good read. It sucks. Because this is one of those situations where I feel like the manga should have come out before the movie. Like, damn, this would have been great to have come out before the movie. Because now this just becomes something that most people are going to skip over. And I can't blame them. But I'm just glad they're putting at least some differences in there, as minor as they may be. You know, giving more to Krillin's involvement, giving more to Goten and Trunks' involvement. So I have to assume that next, judging by how much this took up, it'll go from Piccolo picking up Pan up until, I want to say, the end of the fight of Gohan and Piccolo versus Gammas 1 and 2. I am thinking that would be about what it takes. And then the chapter after that is all the Cell Max stuff. That feels like that would fill out everything. Yeah, the only thing you really get is just how Goten and Trunks ended up getting involved. But the question is, how do Goten and Trunks end up meeting up with Krillin? Like, how did that happen? So that's what feels like will fill in some of the in-between stuff. I feel like even though I praised it, I feel like the conversation between Goku and Vegeta, Goku should understand the importance of meditation training. He's done it so much throughout the course of the series. But shouldn't their training still be going in two different directions? I don't know. I feel like there's aspects of their training they're not highlighting. Like, what does Goku need to do to further Ultra Instinct more? What does Vegeta need to do to further Ultra Ego? What does Broly need to do in order to get his power a little bit more in line and not lose himself? How does Broly at his ultimate power stack up against Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego? I'm very curious about all that. But yeah, rehash. Although I do wonder, Trunks said for Goten to bring their transformation watches. How does that factor into things? Because they never transformed in the movie. I am curious. See, that's the most curious thing. The biggest thing is, how does Trunks, Goten, and Krillin end up where they do when they come into the movie? Well, let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section below. Remember to subscribe for more Dragon Ball Super. And until then, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.